I'm going to first introduce my partner, Denise Robertson. Denise is the chair of our Charities and Not-for-Profit group. She advises on a wide variety of charitable and not-for-profit organizations with respect to governance, with respect to regulatory issues. I'm sure many of you know Denise, and if you know her to be a careful and excellent lawyer and a good advisor. And I certainly am pleased to introduce Denise, who will speak about our presentation from Motionball. So Denise.
Hey, thank you so much, Richard. And it's so nice to see everyone virtually today. I do hope you enjoy the event. As one of the main goals of this Charities Get Together has been to hear from our clients and to give you the opportunity to connect with each other, this year we decided to add something new to our program and include a featured organization. We selected Motionball for Special Olympics. Some of our lawyers have participated in the Motionball Marathon of Sport, including the virtual one that was held this year, and have experienced firsthand the valuable work and great success of this organization. Motionball is a national not-for-profit whose mandate is to introduce the next generation of donors, volunteers, and sponsors to the Special Olympics movement through integrated social and sporting events. Motionball hosts 50+ annual events in 17 Canadian cities and 34 university campuses. It's donated 13 million net since its inception in 2002 to Special Olympics, and annually covers $2.1 million to Special Olympics. The co-founders of Motionball are Mark, Paul, and Sean Etherington. Paul has joined us this afternoon to discuss the challenges and successes experienced by Motionball in 2020. But first, a little background on the significant contributions he's made to the charitable sector. In addition to being co-founder, Paul is volunteer chairman of Motionball. He is board member of Special Olympics Canada Foundation. He's also the founder and event director of the Pink Party for in support of the Canadian Cancer Foundation and the Holland Bloorview Rehab Hospital for Children. Paul was awarded the Meritorious Service Medal from Governor General in 2018. He's also received the Harry Red Foster Award in recognition of contribution to Special Olympics. He's awarded the Queen's Alumni Humanitarian Award and the June Callwood Award for work within the disabled community. Not surprisingly, he was inducted into the Special Olympics Hall of Fame for leadership and giving in 2018, and recently honored with a Volunteer Service Award from the Government of Ontario. Remarkable accolades, and I have the sense that he's really only just getting started with his contribution to and the impact he's going to have on the Canadian charitable sector. So I'm very pleased to welcome Paul Etherington from Motionball. Thank
you. Denise, thank you so much. And what a pleasure it is to be joining all of you today for this fabulous initiative from Mills & Mills. And I want to first take an opportunity to thank Mills & Mills, not only for the incredible support this organization has provided Motionball over the years, from sponsorship to putting in teams to counsel, to even lending one of your associates to join our board in Ben. You guys are just a fabulous organization, a first class all the way. And as I said, it's an honor to be with you this afternoon. So I'm here to talk a bit about 2020 and the experience we have had as a not-for-profit in Motionball. And Denise, you gave us a great background. Thank you for that. And if I move us back to February of this year, 2020, we were sitting on a peak, to be honest. We had just come off our best year ever. We had donated $2.1 million to the Special Olympics Canada Foundation. We were engaged in all the chapters we wanted to be across Canada, and we were feeling pretty good about 2020. And February is a big month for Motionball. We host one of Toronto's biggest charity galas. We were sold out for that. And we fly in our 90 national event directors through the support of Air Miles, and we run a 2-day AGM. And we were sort of living in the highs of that moment. And then, you know, we started hearing the news about COVID and the pandemic. And being an organization that prides itself in running events across Canada, we got worried, as did so many other people. You know, we were glued to our TVs, it seemed, every day, listening to the premier updates and to the prime minister updates and the mayor updates as to what was closing, what couldn't be done. So March quickly became, instead of the launch of our Marathon of Sports season, which usually runs right through till November, that month became a month of us canceling and postponing and rescheduling venues all across Canada. It became a month of us connecting with all our event directors, letting them know what our plans were and what we couldn't do. And meanwhile, we were chatting with our cause, that being Special Olympics. We were talking daily with Special Olympics Canada, all the provincial chapters. We were talking with our Special Olympic athletes. And because we support a population that is very high risk, very quickly Special Olympics paused everything as well in terms of practices and competitions and games for our over 50,000 Special Olympic athletes. And in talking to many of our Special Olympic athletes, they were feeling very much isolated, alone, not sure what was happening, and very much missing all the beauty that comes from Special Olympics, networking with their friends, exercising, all of that. So we quickly realized that as an organization, we couldn't just sit around and wait for this pandemic to end, knowing full well this would probably swing into 2021. So we realized we were going to have to pivot and move to a virtual experience of some sort, and not just as on an event side, but also in terms of how we would manage our staff, how we would manage all our volunteers and our participants and our Special Olympic athletes. So we started running virtual calls with our staff every day, and a priority number one for us was maintaining our 6 full-time Motionball staff, who are fabulous, and we're truly fortunate to have them a part of our organization. We started running weekly calls in Toronto, as an example, with 40 Special Olympic athletes, turning them into dance parties and cooking classes and workout sessions, any way we could stay engaged with our Special Olympic athletes and letting them know that their Motionball family was there for them. And this was something we promoted to all our event directors across Canada, hoping they would do the same, and just so proud of them that they did. And then, of course, a big part of Motionball is our fundraising efforts. As Denise mentioned, last year we donated $2.1 million. How are we going to do that in this environment where we appreciated that those who often would support us by making donations and attending our events might not be in the right climate in 2020? So through a bit of hard work internally with the board and with the staff, we came up with an initiative whereby we were going to replace our 45 in-person marathon of sport events across Canada with one national virtual marathon of sport, which we thought would do a few things. We thought it would engage our participants, it would initiate some fundraising, it would certainly engage and integrate our Special Olympic athletes and our sponsors, and it would keep our staff going and give them something to do for these next 6 to 7 months it took to put on. So we picked a date, September 26th. We created a new partnership with Rogers Sports and Media because we wanted this to be nationally broadcast, and we converted what was usually, for those who know Marathon of Sport, Mills and Mills have put in teams for many years. It's a day, the Toronto example would be, we'd have 84 teams competing at the hangar at Downsview. Every team is made up of 10 participants, male and female. We'd add one Special Olympic athlete to each team, and you'd compete in about 6 hours of different sports. There'd be DJs playing music, and every team was required to raise X dollars in fundraising. And that has become really our flagship event that we run all across Canada. So we came up with an idea that we would create our best effort of a virtual experience where teams could still fundraise, where they would meet their Special Olympic athlete a month in advance of the event, get to know them virtually through Zoom or whatever virtual platform they wanted to use, and then continue to fundraise as best as they could in this atmosphere during this pandemic. So on September 26th, we're happy to report that we raised $1.1 million net from this virtual experience. It was hosted by Tessa. It was a 1-hour commercial-free broadcast on Sportsnet 1 across Canada. And we received more awareness across Canada than ever before, thanks in part to our 80+ local and national partners who promoted this to their associates, to their clients, to their sponsors. And it just became a really big thing. It was marketed through social media. The event itself cost us about $350,000 to put on. Most of that was spent in production costs. And even in that, we were getting an incredible 50% deal. But we were, I got to say, we were very proud of our team and our staff and all our event directors who made this happen. And we felt we were more engaged with our Special Olympic athletes than ever before. And as I said, a 1.1 million net goal we hit. And you know what, we couldn't be more proud of our organization. And now, we're coming into November. We'd usually be planning for our AGM and our gala of 2021, and we know we can't be running that stuff. So we're still very much in planning mode for next year, but we did what we set out to do. We stayed engaged with our key stakeholders. And you know what, I hate to say it, but I do feel it was a success story in this community sector for 2021, given all the hardships we're facing right now. Denise, happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Well, thank you very much. That was excellent. It's certainly the case that all of us have had to react very, very quickly, particularly people or organizations in the charitable sector, not for profit, because so many of our clients and our serving people who are vulnerable and reaching out to them in new ways and maintaining fundraising goals has been challenging. But Motionball certainly has met the challenge, and we're very pleased to have been of assistance at Mills and Mills. I know Ben's a huge supporter, and as are we all. So it's been a challenging time, but we're all learning new things as well, I think, like I know I am, and all of us, I think, have been pleased at how our clients and are being able to sort of adapt. So thank you again, and thank you to the work that Motionball is doing.